to a brilliant video on LaserDiscs. So, this right here is a Pioneer CLD V2600 LaserDisc player from 1991. It is all that I own, so it's all that you'll be seeing. You can see it's got tons of buttons on here, even a headphone jack right there, and another few interesting things. You can actually get special discs. I don't have any because I only have 2 discs for this, but it will actually let you step frame by frame through the entire thing, which is very useful for like teaching applications to show specific pictures, because you can't really do that on VHS. And over here you'll see a knob. This is actually the fast forward and rewind knob. I think it's quite cool that they did a knob for that. Anyway, let's get it powered on and show you what it looks like. So there's a screen getting turned on. So right now it's checking if there's a disc inside, and you just saw it finished, no disc. So we can hit open, and this massive tray will come forth. Then I'll be using Back to the Future for this because it's a good movie and it's one of the only ones I have on LaserDisc. So, close that for now. Here is what a LaserDisc looks like. It's like a massive two-sided DVD. So, if we open that, tray opens all the way up again. You can slip that down in there. See right there, it has a 1, so this is side 1 of the movie. Close. Don't know if you could hear that. If you couldn't, I'll put it back in later. But that is the disc getting up to speed. It spins at an insane 1800 RPM. So the outside ring of that disc is moving at 64 miles an hour, a little over 64.4 miles an hour. So yeah, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? Side note, you can actually close this tray just by giving it a little push, just like any CD or DVD player. So this was doing that long before anything else. So here we are at the back of the machine. I wanted to show you all the outputs. So right here and here are kind of split apart. Get to why that's separate in a bit, but that is for standard composite video. You'll see that in pretty much everything old. S-video is actually very nice. It's a lot better than composite, but not as good as HDMI. I'd show that on a screen. Over here, is antenna in, and it says VHF out. That would just go out to the TV. So on a lot of old TVs, I actually have one, I'll show you right here. There is only one coaxial input. So if you wanted to have your TV, like antenna, and this hooked up to your TV at the same time, you'd have to wire your antenna through this, and it would come out here to the one coaxial port up on your TV. And then you could, whenever this was on, it would show up on the TV. Whenever it wasn't on, you would just see your regular TV. Then up here calls it function switches. These are little dip switches that let you change functions of the TV. So this first one, if it's on, it'll start playing the disc as soon as you close a tray or it boots up. like starts up, I guess. It's in a computer. This next one is baud rate. I don't know what that is. This next one, if it is off, it is a blue screen when it's just blank with no disc. If it's on, it's a black screen. This fourth one isn't used. Now, here's the most interesting part about this back. This right here, interface connector. So you can actually plug this into a TV. Not TV, sorry. Of course you can plug it into a TV. You can plug it into a computer, an old one. This was really good for teaching, because you could plug this into your computer, and that way if kids hit any of the buttons on the front, the computer would actually override those controls. You can tell when that's on because there's a little key lock indicator on the front. It's a little light. But yeah, you could connect this to the computer and control it from the computer. Alright, so here's my super fancy display showing the TV, the display, and the LaserDisc player. So, to get it going, you go over, power, open, take out the disc, the behemoth of a disc, set that right in there, close, turn on the TV. Now the LaserDisc player will get playing. Meanwhile, I failed to find the TV remote. Here it is. Alright, go ahead and set that to correct input. There we go. It's playing. Now, unlike the DVDs, you can actually skip through these. Here we are, Back to the Future. Now we can hit display on this, and the time actually comes up right there. And then there's a part of this that I think you'll find quite interesting. Doesn't look the best while it's fast forwarding, but it was better than VHS was when VHS first came out. Right there. You know what that is? A LaserDisc. So I think that's a pretty interesting little thing in it. Now, once the movie hits pretty far through, halfway for this, because it's a 2-hour movie, so we'll go ahead and fast forward to that. Actually, we won't fast forward to that because I got bored. So you will have to stop it, take it out, and flip it halfway through, because each side only holds an hour. So now we're on side 2. And it'll go ahead and start playing the second side once it gets up to speed. And there we are. Second side. Stop that. Protective sleeve. Please excuse all the background noise. That is Good Bunny Roger getting into stuff he shouldn't be. Now, I want to tell you something interesting about the name of this. The name of the LaserDisc player. It is the CLD V2600. Now, the CLD part has LD, which stands for LaserDisc. It also has C, meaning, ignore that, it can play CDs. So let me go grab one of those real quick. So we got this because it's the first thing I grabbed. So to play this, you hit power, of course. Open. 1 second. Roger. Ow. Roger Lewis, everyone. So you'll see there's several indentations in this. There's the big one here for the LaserDisc. Smaller but still big one here. That is for a mini LaserDisc, which is 9 inches. And there's this indentation here for the CD. This little one right here for a single CD. So, go ahead and put that in there. Close it up. Music playing. You can hit display, or it won't be working for you. You can skip the next song. You can fast forward, and it sounds a bit silly. You see on the display right here, shush, it has all the tracks. Number 1 is missing because we skipped through that. So it has 14 songs on it. And then I also hooked it up to the coax input. So there it is. It's not as good quality, but there's the display. So right there it's showing track and how far into the disc. Right there it's showing track, I don't know to be honest, and how far into the track. So that's the LaserDisc player. Hope you enjoyed.